Good morning, everyone, and welcome. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: mastering body language for effective presentations. We'll explore how enhancing your nonverbal communication can boost your confidence, strengthen your message, and truly engage your audience. I'm excited to share practical tips and insights that will help you communicate more powerfully without saying a word. Let's get started. Welcome to this specialized training course, where we'll focus on mastering body language during presentations. The goal here is to help you become more confident and effective by understanding how your nonverbal cues impact your message. In professional settings, what you say is obviously important, but equally vital is how you say it. Your posture, gestures, eye contact, and overall presence all work together to reinforce your ideas and engage your audience. This course will guide you through these key elements so you can communicate more powerfully and leave a lasting impression. Our first objective is to develop a practical understanding of body language so you can use it confidently and effectively during your presentations. Next, we'll focus on becoming more aware of your own nonverbal cues, things like your facial expressions, gestures, and movements, so you can consciously monitor and adjust them as needed. Then, we'll work on enhancing your overall nonverbal communication skills, helping you use these cues to reinforce your spoken message and make a stronger impact. Another key goal is to learn how body language can boost audience engagement by creating positive connections and keeping listeners interested. Finally, this course is designed to be valuable for everyone, whether you're just starting out or you're in senior management, so you can all improve your presentation skills and communicate more effectively. When we talk about body language in presentations, it's important to understand that it works hand in hand with the words we speak to create a deeper, more genuine connection with the audience. Body language helps communicate emotions and intentions that might not be explicitly stated, giving the audience additional clues about what we're really trying to say. Facial expressions, in particular, act like mirrors of our emotions. They show the audience how engaged and sincere we are, making our message more believable and relatable. When your face truly reflects what you feel, it helps build trust and keeps your listeners attentive throughout your presentation. Posture plays a crucial role in how your audience perceives you during a presentation. When you stand tall and confident, it immediately conveys professionalism and self-assurance, making your message more credible. An upright stance with your shoulders slightly raised and chest open sends a clear signal of positivity and openness, encouraging engagement and connection. On the other hand, slouching or leaning too much can create negative impressions, suggesting nervousness or that you're unprepared. Maintaining good posture not only boosts your presence, but also helps keep your audience focused and receptive. When it comes to body language in presentations, our hands play a crucial role. They're one of the most powerful tools we have for communicating non-verbally. Clear and coordinated hand movements don't just make your speech more lively, they also help your audience grasp your key points more effectively. On the other hand, random or nervous gestures can be distracting and actually take away from your message. It's important to be mindful of the signals your hands send. For example, open hands tend to convey honesty and openness, while a closed fist might suggest reservation or distrust. Understanding these nuances can really enhance the impact of your presentation. Gestures play a crucial role in how we communicate beyond just words. They are an essential part of body language, helping to clarify and reinforce the ideas we're trying to share. When we use gestures intentionally and with purpose, they add energy and make our message much clearer. Thoughtful movements can highlight key points and keep our audience engaged, making the information easier to understand and remember. So it's not just about moving your hands randomly, it's about using those gestures in a way that supports and enhances your message. Facial expressions play a crucial role in how we communicate without words. They are one of the most powerful ways to convey our true emotions, helping others understand how we feel in a clear and authentic manner. For example, a genuine smile can have an incredible impact. It creates a warm and inviting environment, making people feel comfortable and more likely to trust and engage with you. This simple expression can really set the tone for positive interactions and leave a lasting impression on your audience. Eye contact is a powerful tool that helps build trust and keeps your audience engaged throughout your presentation. It's not just about looking at people randomly. Maintaining a balanced distribution of your gaze makes each person feel like you're speaking directly to them, even if you're in front of a large group. This balance reinforces your credibility and shows genuine interest in your listeners. At the same time, it's important to avoid staring too long, which can make people uncomfortable or nervous, and to steer clear of quick glances toward the floor or ceiling, as these can signal distraction or lack of focus. To make everyone feel included, try to engage with people in different parts of the room. This not only boosts participation, but also creates a more inclusive atmosphere. Lastly, well-timed, repeated eye contact is essential. It helps attendees feel personally connected and truly engaged with what you're saying. Nervous habits like constant tapping or fiddling with your hair might seem harmless, but they can actually distract your audience and take away from the message you're trying to deliver. When viewers focus on these repetitive movements, they may miss important points, making your presentation less effective. It's crucial to be aware of these habits and find ways to manage them so that your delivery stays confident and engaging throughout. When we talk about synchronizing voice and breathing with body language, it's all about creating a harmonious connection between what we say and how we say it. Your voice and breathing patterns are direct reflections of your mental and physical state, and when these are aligned with your body language, you present a message that feels cohesive and authentic. One of the key techniques here is the power of deep and regular breaths. Taking controlled, deep breaths not only strengthens your voice, but also helps to reduce anxiety. This means you can speak more clearly and maintain a steady, confident delivery. So, by consciously managing your breathing, you're setting the foundation for effective communication that resonates well with your audience. When it comes to body language, one size definitely doesn't fit all. Different audiences come with their own cultural and social backgrounds, which deeply influence how they interpret our nonverbal cues. That means it's really important to adjust your body language to match what your audience is comfortable with and expects. For instance, open hand gestures might be seen as friendly and inviting in some cultures, but in others, they could come across as aggressive or disrespectful. Taking the time to understand your audience helps you build trust and makes it easier for your message to be received positively. Doing some homework ahead of time, researching cultural norms and social behaviors, can greatly minimize misunderstandings and lead to smoother, more effective communication, especially in diverse or multinational work settings. When we talk about body language, it's important to remember that the meanings behind gestures and expressions can vary a lot from one culture to another. What might be perfectly normal and positive in one culture could be confusing or even offensive in another. For example, eye contact is a prime example of this cultural divergence. In many Western cultures, making direct eye contact is seen as a sign of confidence and honesty. But in some Eastern cultures, the same behavior might be interpreted as rude or confrontational. Similarly, common gestures like handshakes or giving a thumbs up don't always carry the same meaning around the world. A handshake might be a standard greeting in one place, while in another, it could be less customary or have different social expectations. This is why being aware of these cultural differences in body language is so important. It helps us avoid misunderstandings and communicate more effectively, especially when working or interacting in international settings. Lastly, improving our understanding of these nuances comes through experience and education. Ongoing training and exposure to diverse cultures allow us to become more skilled at navigating these complexities. This awareness not only enhances our intercultural communication, but also demonstrates respect and openness towards others' cultural backgrounds. Understanding your audience's nonverbal feedback is a crucial skill during any presentation. It allows you to gauge how well your message is being received and how engaged your listeners are. By paying close attention to their body language, you can adjust your delivery in real time to maintain interest and clarity. Specifically, watching facial expressions, body posture, and eye movements can tell you a lot about your audience's attitude and engagement. For instance, a nod or sustained eye contact often signals agreement and attention, while crossed arms or frequent glances away might indicate disinterest or confusion. Being attuned to these subtle cues helps you connect better and ensures your presentation is as effective as possible. When presenting, it's crucial that your body language matches the key words you're using. If you're talking about positive ideas like success or progress, your facial expressions should be open and your hand gestures welcoming, which helps reinforce that positive message. On the other hand, when you're emphasizing a warning or a critical point, adopting a serious facial expression with deliberate, controlled movements makes your message more impactful. This alignment between what you say and how you move not only makes your message clearer, but also builds your credibility with the audience. Practicing this coordination beforehand ensures your delivery feels natural and convincing throughout your presentation. When handling physical barriers during presentations, the first thing to keep in mind is to avoid obstructing devices. Be aware of where microphones, speakers, or other equipment are placed, so they don't get in the way of your gestures or distract your audience. Next, use the space efficiently. Plan your movements carefully to make the best use of the area, while always maintaining eye contact and connection with your audience. You can also turn some physical barriers, like furniture, to your advantage. Using them strategically can help draw attention and add a dynamic element to your delivery. It's important to manage the visibility of your gestures as well, making sure you position yourself so your hands and movements are clearly seen and support your message. Finally, always think ahead to avoid any obstacles that might hinder the clarity of what you're saying. Addressing these physical barriers in your preparation will help keep your message clear and impactful. When we talk about body language, it's important to remember that it's not separate from your overall appearance. The visual impression you make is often the first thing people notice, and it works together with your physical cues to form their initial judgment. Your attire, grooming, and personal hygiene play a huge role here. Dressing appropriately and maintaining a neat appearance helps build a professional image, which in turn boosts the audience's confidence in you. Consistency is key. When your appearance aligns well with your presentation style, it adds weight to your message and makes it more likely to be accepted. How you look also affects how you carry yourself and express your emotions through your face, which are critical parts of self-presentation. Finally, it's essential that all these elements, your clothes, grooming, and body language, are harmonized. When everything works together seamlessly, you ensure your message comes across clearly and effectively. When faced with an unexpected physical situation during a presentation, the first step is to clearly identify what's happening. Is it a technical glitch, an interruption from the audience, or perhaps something affecting me physically? Knowing the root cause allows me to respond appropriately and take the right actions to keep things on track. Next, managing my body language plays a key role. Staying calm with controlled gestures, a composed facial expression, and a confident posture reassures the audience. These positive nonverbal cues help maintain professionalism and gently guide the audience's attention back to the presentation. If things feel overwhelming, it's important to take a moment to regain control. Pausing to take a deep breath and silently gathering my thoughts shows professionalism and helps me regain composure, which is crucial during challenging moments. Redirecting the audience's focus is another effective strategy. Simple actions like smiling gently or scanning the room to connect with people can smoothly shift attention back to my message, keeping the interaction positive despite any interruptions. Finally, preparation is essential. Anticipating potential issues beforehand and equipping myself with strategies and tools to handle them builds confidence. Being ready means I can manage unforeseen situations with greater ease and keep the presentation flowing seamlessly. Self-confidence really is the foundation of any successful presentation. It's what helps you connect with your audience and deliver your message effectively. Now, even if you feel nervous inside, your body language can help you project confidence outwardly. This means that by controlling how you hold yourself, you can influence how others perceive you, and even how you feel. Some key practices include standing tall with good posture, using open hand gestures to emphasize your points, and maintaining steady eye contact. These nonverbal cues send a strong message of confidence to your listeners, making your presentation more convincing and engaging. When we talk about engaging with an audience, it's important to remember that communication goes far beyond just the words we say. Nonverbal cues play a huge role in how our message is received. For example, demonstrating active listening is key. Simple actions like leaning in slightly or nodding show that you're truly paying attention and interested in what others are saying. Responsive gestures are also crucial. Things like smiling, offering a hand greeting, or adjusting your posture help create a connection and make people feel comfortable. Over time, these continuous nonverbal signals build trust, which in turn encourages the audience to participate more openly and actively. This kind of physical interaction is what really brings communication to life and makes it meaningful. When it comes to managing stress during public speaking, a stable stance plays a crucial role. By grounding yourself firmly and organizing your body movements thoughtfully, you create a sense of control that helps reduce pressure. Adjusting your posture to stand confidently not only counters feelings of anxiety, but also visibly shows your audience that you're composed and in charge. Purposeful hand movements are another powerful tool. They help focus attention where you want it and allow you to release nervous energy in a positive way. Of course, none of this works without practice. Rehearsing these gestures along with being well prepared boosts your overall performance. Ultimately, presenting yourself as calm and professional, even when things get tough, is essential to managing stress effectively and connecting with your audience. Body language doesn't just shape how the audience perceives us, it also has a powerful effect on our own mindset. When we adopt confident postures, like standing tall and using open gestures, we're actually sending positive signals to our brain. This simple adjustment creates a feedback loop that boosts our self-confidence from the inside out during the presentation. Beyond confidence, using these strong body language cues can also help reduce our stress levels, leading to a calmer and clearer mental state. In this way, body language works as a dual-purpose tool. It not only helps communicate our message more effectively, but also activates internal mechanisms that improve our overall performance. Before stepping onto the stage, it's essential to prepare both your body and mind. Physically, simple stretching exercises can help release tension and keep you feeling relaxed. Practicing deep breathing not only calms your nerves, but also improves oxygen flow, which supports clear thinking and steady movements. Plus, focusing on improving your blood circulation ensures your body feels energized and ready to move confidently. On the mental side, visualization plays a powerful role. By imagining yourself delivering a successful presentation, you build a positive mindset that can boost your confidence. This mental rehearsal helps you anticipate challenges and stay resilient, making it easier to handle unexpected moments. Combining these physical and mental techniques sets you up for a smooth, engaging presentation. Technology gives us powerful tools to really hone our body language. For example, recording yourself while presenting lets you watch back and see things you might not notice in the moment, like certain gestures, facial expressions, or posture habits. This objective review helps uncover unconscious patterns that might distract or weaken your message. Beyond videos, there are smartphone apps designed to train specific aspects like hand movements or facial expressions with great precision. Using these tools regularly creates opportunities for steady improvement, making you come across as more professional and engaging every time you speak. When developing your body language skills, receiving targeted observations is crucial because feedback helps you notice nonverbal behaviors that you might not be consciously aware of. It's often hard to see ourselves as others do, so this insight is invaluable. Next, evaluating the clarity of your communication is important. By considering outside perspectives, you can better understand whether your body language effectively conveys the message you intend to share. Another powerful tool is reviewing recorded presentations. Watching yourself, combined with external feedback, provides a clear picture of how your nonverbal style comes across, allowing you to identify specific areas for improvement. Applying constructive criticism is where the real growth happens. Taking that feedback and actively making changes helps you strengthen how you deliver your nonverbal cues, making your overall communication more impactful. Finally, remember that improving your body language is an iterative process. With consistent practice and ongoing refinement, you'll steadily enhance your proficiency and confidence in nonverbal communication. Practicing presentation scenarios in simulated environments is a powerful way to build confidence. When you role-play in front of small groups or trainers, you get the chance to test how your facial expressions and gestures match your spoken words. This helps ensure your body language supports your message effectively. Additionally, receiving feedback from peers and professionals gives you valuable insights and new ideas to improve your stage presence. The more you practice in these realistic settings, the more your anxiety decreases and your comfort level rises. Ultimately, this kind of repeated training helps you approach real audiences with much greater assurance and poise. When it comes to physical interaction, everyone has their own unique way of expressing themselves through body language. These individual styles are like personal signatures in communication, which means no two people show their feelings or reactions exactly the same way. Some people naturally show enthusiasm with big, obvious gestures, while others may be more reserved, using subtle cues instead. Recognizing these differences is key for a presenter because it allows us to adjust how we deliver our message to better connect with our audience. By tuning into these personal communication preferences, we can tailor our nonverbal signals, like gestures, facial expressions, and posture, to ensure our message hits home more precisely. Staying flexible in how we communicate not only helps people feel more comfortable, but also boosts overall engagement and openness to what we're sharing. Silence can be a really powerful tool during presentations. When used thoughtfully, it helps draw the audience's attention or gives them a moment to absorb what you've just said. But silence shouldn't feel awkward or empty. It needs to be supported by your body language. For example, calm facial expressions, slow and deliberate hand gestures, or a confident posture all help reinforce your message without words. When you combine silence with purposeful nonverbal cues, you create a presence that's much more engaging and impactful than just speaking continuously. Practicing how to use pauses intentionally along with controlled body language can make your message clearer and your overall presentation much more effective. When we use visual aids like slides, boards, or electronic devices, it's important to recognize how they naturally affect our physical movement and interaction with the audience. These tools can change the way we move on stage or engage visually with participants. To make the presentation seamless, our gestures need to be carefully timed to match what we're showing on the screen or board. If our gestures don't line up with the visuals, it can become distracting and confuse the audience. On the other hand, when we coordinate our movements skillfully with these aids, it creates a smoother, more effective flow to the presentation. It feels more natural and keeps everyone focused. Moreover, our body language can be a powerful tool to direct attention exactly where we want it. By linking specific gestures or movements to key visual elements, we can highlight important points and keep audience engagement high. This deliberate use of body language, combined with visual aids, really maximizes the impact of what we're communicating. When it comes to dealing with fatigue and exhaustion during presentations, the first step is to identify the symptoms early on. Physical signs like rapid breathing, muscle tension, or struggling to concentrate are clear indicators that fatigue is setting in. Being aware of these symptoms helps you take control before they impact your delivery. One effective way to manage this is by regulating your breathing. Controlled breathing not only calms your mind, but also helps reduce physical strain. Pair that with maintaining a balanced stance, which can minimize feelings of physical exhaustion and keep you grounded throughout your talk. It's also important to incorporate breaks when possible. Short mental or physical pauses, especially during longer presentations, are great for recharging your energy. These breaks help you stay sharp and focused, making your delivery more effective. Another key strategy is to use dynamic body language. Even when you're feeling tired, maintaining engaging movements and confident posture projects vitality. This helps you hold your audience's attention and convey confidence despite any internal fatigue. Finally, combating physical and cognitive strain is essential for overall presentation quality. By applying mindful techniques to manage exhaustion, you can keep performing at your best and make sure your message comes across clearly, no matter the challenges you face. Let's look at how Microsoft effectively used nonverbal communication during their annual developer conference. They intentionally used body language to build a strong connection with a highly knowledgeable audience. This wasn't accidental. Through deliberate eye contact and open facial expressions, they managed to boost audience engagement by 30%. To achieve this, the presenters went through focused training, designed to help them use specific gestures that made complex technical points clearer and easier to understand. This case really underlines how important it is to use intentional nonverbal cues when sharing complicated information. One thing to note is that this example is shared purely for training purposes, and Microsoft does not take responsibility for any outcomes that might come from applying these techniques. Samsung's team placed a strong emphasis on synchronizing body language with vocal delivery, making sure gestures, posture, and breathing were all aligned with what was being said. This synchronization helped create a sense of authenticity and boosted confidence during their presentations. As a result of these integrated communication techniques, they saw a significant increase in audience engagement, about 25% more. Additionally, the campaign received notably positive feedback, indicating that the approach really resonated with their audience. The training process involved specific methods like deliberate gesturing, maintaining a calm and composed demeanor, and practicing breathing techniques. These practices were crucial to ensuring that both vocal and physical deliveries were consistent and effective. Overall, this case highlights the importance of a foundational communication strategy that integrates multiple elements. It clearly shows how linking body language and vocal delivery can make communication more powerful and impactful. When it comes to using physical space during presentations, being purposeful with your movement is key. Moving thoughtfully around the stage or room helps keep your audience engaged and focused on you. It's important to balance your movement. Too much can be distracting, but just the right amount creates a dynamic atmosphere that holds attention. Pausing briefly in certain spots gives your listeners time to absorb important points and adds emphasis where it's needed. Also, maintaining an appropriate distance fosters respect and makes interaction smoother. By using your space thoughtfully, you can elevate your delivery and make your presentation feel more professional and interactive. Understanding body language is crucial because it can significantly enhance how effectively we communicate. When we master body language, we're not just relying on words, we're adding an extra layer of clarity and impact to our message. This means being aware of our gestures, posture, facial expressions, and eye contact, all of which work together to reinforce what we want to say. By paying attention to and controlling these nonverbal cues, we can connect better with our audience and convey confidence and sincerity. This skill truly transforms communication, making it clearer and more powerful. Here are the key references that have informed our discussion on nonverbal communication. First, we have the work by Burgoon and her colleagues, a comprehensive scientific publication that explores many facets of nonverbal communication, providing a solid theoretical foundation. Then, there's the definitive book of body language by Alan and Barbara Pease, which serves as a practical guide to understanding and interpreting body language in everyday situations. Both sources offer valuable insights that deepen our understanding of nonverbal cues and their impact. I want to take a moment to go over the disclaimer for this content. First, it's important to understand that all the information provided here is meant strictly for training and internal use. It's designed to support your learning within this specific context. Second, while we strive for accuracy, please keep in mind that some details might not be entirely precise. So, it's always wise to double-check and use your own judgment when applying this information. Finally, the author does not take responsibility for any decisions or actions you make based on this material. It's essential to use this content as a guide and consider other sources and expert advice when necessary. Thank you all for your time and attention. I appreciate the opportunity to share this information with you today. If you have any questions or would like to discuss anything further, feel free to reach out. I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation.